And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check 380. Check 53 flat. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. What's left? Check 50, check 50. You got check. You want?
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Switch. Good job right there. Slam. 14. Get. Run left.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Watch the safety creep. Check three. Check 24.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Love. James has got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check nickel. Crawl.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck looking downfield for Joe. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight dog. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 31. twitch. Watch twitch. Go, go, go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch. Watch the air.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. 51's the mark. 51's the mark. Watch the slap. Go. Mike 51.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
Mike 380. One plus. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, get away. Check 9. Bang out.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
6 guys. Go, 4 down. Shoot. Watch the shoot. 12.
This is Fournette. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Time right. Check. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. You can't block me. Listen. Check. Hey, switch gears. Check 4.
Wilson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Fournette, a first down carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They give to Johnson going right. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Check out. 675. 54. I smell fear in that offense. One day. 11.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Check the backer.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. He gets this one to Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. From the gun, here's Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm here all day. Good. Run. Mike, 53.
Here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jarrad Davis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Johnson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3.
2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Go. Let's go, Mexico. Right here. Check. Greystone, travel. Right zone. Check 50. Whip. Watch the whip. He's checking. Alert. Shit.
Third and long. It's Locke. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 52. Qual.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Locke. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. Okay, I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Wilson. It's complete to Fuller. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This time they stay on the ground. And some room to maneuver.
over.
A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards on the ground. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Johnson running right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check out. Wide, 622. Here we go, Steve. Here I come.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check, 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 check. One pass, one pass. He's coming, double up. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Slam, slam. Move 15. Let's go, 4 down, 4 down. Hustle, hustle. 51 combined.
from the gun. Wilson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
That's it. Check. Watch the ship.
On third down, Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check 43.
61, matchbox lights.
Show it up.
On third down, Johnson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 51. Mike 51.
36 power.
Goose.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Spons. No.
Hey, alert.
Mike 51. Double dog. That's the way. That's it. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Hey, alert.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
14.
10.
They go play action now. Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jared Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
51 to Mike.
We ain't giving up. Alert.
Rush in.
19.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown. They're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Switch up, switch up.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch twist. Watch.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Go. Check 24. Check 24.
Front left, right.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Alert. Switch. Check.
Hey. Go 14.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st down, it's long. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play of this football game. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Luck. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's into the clear. 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Locke. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Johnson jostles free. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
A shotgun snap for Love. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Check 99. Check 99. Good job right there. Good job right there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. One last throw here for Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Seahawks, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
They should take it to 10.
Hey, yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.